consistent he's been, the most consistent men's singles player, has to have arguably more points than Ben Johns at this point in the season.
Time in. 0-0.
8 for 8 is the goal for him this tournament. First serve, Bellamy. Big rip, that's what we were talking about.
Big rip, and that's what it's going to take. And I saw something online, and don't quote me on this, but I believe if Federico gets bronze or better, he will overtake Ben Johns as the #1 seed, given the early exit from Ben.
Side out.
Incredible stuff. Federico was the silver medalist here just a season ago. Gabe Joseph won last year.
0-1. Point.
Yeah, I don't care what your wingspan is. When Federico Staksrud is stepping into the court and he hits his spot, almost no chance on that first volley from Roscoe.
1-1.
There's the length on display of Roscoe Bellamy. How can he continue to leverage that on the pickleball side of things? Obviously a different story with tennis.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big conversation about what is the kind of the optimal body type for pickleball. Is it a smaller, quicker, more agile guy like Fed Staksrud, or is it someone, you know, in that 6'4" to 6'6" range with the long levers and the long wingspan?
Side out.
It's like, sounded like a bit of a mishit from Federico, and of course both of those types of player have their advantages and their disadvantages, and I think only time will tell which one kind of the cream rises to the top, as this is kind of a contrast of styles and sizes right now.
Point.
Well, when you're strategizing against a player like Federico Staksrud, who's nearly a mirror image of Ben Johns in that cat and mouse style of game in singles, I'd love to know your thoughts on this strategy from Bellamy to pull these guys out of that cat and mouse.
It's so hard. I mean, I talk about Fed's. He has a high floor. It's almost no weaknesses, and he doesn't necessarily do anything just incredibly overwhelming, but every skill that he has is well above average, and it just kind of suffocates you.
It's consistent, right?
Yeah, it's so consistent, and he really attacks the ball as well.
Timeout,
so
even
he would be relieved to know that there's no more Ben Johns left in the draw.
4-1. Side out.
But we could have a rematch of what was a thrilling championship Sunday in Minnesota. Staksrud and Connor Garnett went at it. Garnett had a chance to take it. Staksrud roared back to eventually win golds.
1-4. Side out.
You can see Roscoe Bellamy definitely goes for his serve, and I think that is definitely the play against someone like Federico Staksrud. So hard to get him out of rhythm, but big power early in the point is a good way to possibly get Federico off balance. And you see right there, Federico forced into a short hop half volley. That serve was so deep with so much pace.
2-4.
It's a big serve from Bellamy. That one was wide. On the third. That's exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, you have to rip big, and I know he missed that two-handed backhand wide, but he has to continue to go for those types of shots.
Side out.
It's a great job from Roscoe Bellamy on that initial roll from Federico Staksrud to put the ball back deep in the court. Federico possibly missed an opportunity to step forward and take that out of the air.
Side out.
Nice little alley there from Federico, getting himself pumped up after two quality forehand volleys.
4-2. Point.
I don't mind Roscoe Bellamy trying to return cross court from the right side of the court as well. Federico Staksrud so good running around his backhand.
Point.
Roscoe on that initial shot from the back of the court did take a bit of pace off and looked for more spin. So he has a bit of variety in his game too.
6-2. Side out.
And there's that nice reach. Just to contact some of those passing shots, the reach is a great tool, but also when that ball's low, to neutralize it and take it out of the air.
Point.
Just back, and a little small something cooking here for Roscoe Bellamy. See if he can build on it.
3-6. Side out.
Just back.
Yeah, Roscoe a little frustrated after that last one. Thought he hit it well. He only missed by a couple inches. But ball back over to Fed.
6-3. Point.
Nice rolling forehand from Federico. Forced Bellamy into a tough volley.
7-3. Side out. Three, 7. Side out.
Just masterful control of the kitchen line from Federico Staksrud. 3 or 4 passing shot attempts from Roscoe Bellamy, and pretty dang good ones, all weathered by Fed. Return from Roscoe, skidding through the court. Federico Staksrud late on that forehand.
3-7.
Roscoe Bellamy defining that win over McGuffin as the biggest of his career to get his way
Side
to
out.
the semis.
Just missed on the backhand. There's been several passing shots that have just missed by a couple inches from Roscoe Bellamy.
7-3. Side out.
And that's 2 now, where you can see the pace of return from Roscoe. It certainly doesn't have Federico frazzled, but a little late on his swing on the forehand side.
3-7.
Roscoe using the back side of the paddle and putting it down into the kitchen. Federico held his focus nicely, because when someone goes with that trick circus shot, it often shocks you, but Federico ready. Such a ridiculous serve drive combination from Federico, as the serve about 2 inches inside the baseline.
8-3. Side out.
Great return from Roscoe to get forward into a good position and crack that two-handed volley.
Point.
That's a couple times now. I believe the first time with success, that time no success from Federico. Short hopping the return because the serve's so deep from Roscoe.
Point.
That is a clean contact point for Roscoe Bellamy. Right out in front. Clean winner past Federico on that two-handed backhand wing.
5-8. Side out.
he just swatted that one for the winner, bringing Roscoe up to the kitchen line, and Roscoe just tries to body Fed up, and I'm just not sure that's the play, as Federico's hand speed is up to the task.
Side out.
Roscoe Bellamy was one of those players that was not selected to Major League Pickleball ever to this point, except for this season. He was taken by the Miami Pickleball Club.
5-8.
23rd pick for them. Challenger level.
Side
Go
out.
the back
Yeah.
battle that time too. Fed
it-
just in full control.
And it's just
Timeout
that touch
server,
and
8-5.
feel.
Lacey
One timeout,
Schneeman
no
took the
timeout.
first game off Leah Jansen, the 2 seed, over in the women's draw in the quarterfinals. Semi-final matchup to be
Time
determined
in.
on the lower
8-5.
half of the bracket there.
Point.
Schneeman doing it in game 1. That would definitely be an upset, even though it's only a 6 seed for Schneeman and a 2 seed for Leah Jansen. And on our court, a massive serve from Federico Staksrud, forcing a miss-hit return from Roscoe Bellamy.
9-5.
Oh my.
Oh my is right. Hey, let's be clear, Michelle, you were oh mying for the previous shot, not the last one. And you were right to do that. What a read from Federico Staksrud, and what a get from Roscoe Bellamy.
5-9.
That's what that length can get you, right?
Side out.
And another thing that Federico does better than anyone, or I would certainly put Ben Johns into the category, is anticipation. They read the patterns, they read the
9-5.
situation, and they have a half-step head start to almost every shot they hit.
Point.
There's that dipper from Federico, getting so much spin. As when that ball's crossing the net, it's above the waist for Roscoe, and by the time it gets to his paddle, it's well below.
Game point for Fed Staksrud.
10-5. Point.
He'll
game.
take it 11-5 despite the great effort of Roscoe Bellamy. And Federico Staksrud stands just 1 game away of
New ball.
going
Game
to
2.
defend his
Time
title
in.
from Houston
0-0.
just a weekend ago, taking home the golds. Busy stretch for all these pros, by the way.
Point.
Down the line, opening up game 2. 4 tournaments in a row for everybody this month in April, including you, Adam Stone. Wait, you're not doing
1-0.
Utah. Sorry,
Just 3.
just 3. Some of
Point.
these guys are going all 4 in a row.
Yeah, that's nasty way to start game 2. Backhand up the line, and now the inside-out forehand. And yeah, Roscoe, pretty incredible shots on the backside of his paddle, but he's been going to it too frequently because the shots of Fed are so good.
Two slappers in a row for Roscoe Bellamy, commanding the kitchen.
That's what it
Ball's in the
takes.
back corner.
4 world-class shots and 1 point to win one from Federico, and that's exactly what Roscoe delivered. Slow stroll over to the ball, and he will be serving at 0-2.
0-2.
You can tell Bellamy is putting all of his body behind these shots.
Yeah, miss-hit return from Fed. And a nice inside-out forehand from Roscoe to get on the board.
1-2.
Just
Side out.
missed on that 2-handed backhand up the line. And I mean, easily a 6-0 plus name for Roscoe Bellamy. I mean, that is quality name. You did good. Beth Bellamy, that's a
Side
nice
out.
choice.
One, two. Side out.
Just catching the tape on the 2-handed backhand. So last 2 2-handed backhands, one in the
2-1.
tape, one 1 inch wide.
Point.
He's been very close on a variety of shots early in game 2 and game 1. But against Fed, you just almost need to be perfect.
3-1. Point.
I like the middle approach there from Roscoe. I know he flubbed the volley, but you know, with that solid wingspan and athleticism, even someone with as good a passing shots as Federico is going to have trouble passing him from the middle of the court.
Ridiculous forehand work from Federico Staksrud.
And he just holds that very last shot after 2 great rollers.
Federico Staksrud
5-1.
back on top. Oh. Some crafty work from Roscoe Bellamy.
I mean, you can see the talent. Once he gets a bit more variety, and maybe he can find that in this match, watch out for this guy, because he's got some shots. Yeah, once again, going at Federico Staksrud a couple times in game 1 and now in game 2. That is tough to do with the hand speed of Fed.
Seven, 1. Side out.
There's a very nice roller from Roscoe Bellamy. He heard me talk about some variety, and he just pulls it out 1 point later. That was mid-paced with tons of topspin. Not even Fed could catch up to it.
1-7. Side out.
Dear return from Staksrud to the corner.
Allowed himself time to get all the way to the kitchen line. And once again, a Roscoe Bellamy passing shot misses by 3 inches or less.
7-1. Point.
There's Fed attacking the ball again. He just really senses blood in the water. Anything mishit, anything short in the court, he just explodes to it.
8-1. Point.
Now he's short hop dropping. That's not one I've really seen from him. Called a lot of his matches. I'm not sure I've seen that one, but somehow it works out for him.
9-1.
Really good wingspan. Nice starting of the fire up the line from the forehand of Roscoe Bellamy and crashes back to the middle of the court. And at a full stretch, hits a pretty quality backhand volley.
1-9. Let reserve.
It looked real close in real time.
Yeah,
Fed's having a little
if you don't
chat.
call it out. I didn't see clearly. Did you see Michael?
Ball was out.
He called out. Side out. He asked refs. Far side ref called out. So we have an out ruling.
So Roscoe could still challenge the out ruling.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the referee's
crew.
out ruling. The out ruling puts us
And he
at
will.
side out 9-1. We'll now proceed with video review.
Let's see if we can get a closer look. But I was wondering in real time, as I thought I saw a sliver of blue in between the ball and the line.
I thought it was out. But
Ooh, yeah,
that looks a lot closer than.
That's very close.
Okay, Eagle Eyes.
Yeah, I
Earn
think
your money
it's
here.
just wide. Just
I
wide.
think you're right.
I'm sticking with the sliver.
Yeah.
Well, even if this is where the road ends for Roscoe Bellamy, his adventure in Southern California, that is potentially his breakthrough tournament, right? Sometimes you just have to get a bit of confidence to believe that you belong at the top. And obviously a lot of room to grow to consistently beat opponents like Tyson McGuffin, but
It's
big tournament.
Yeah, it's a special skill set, Michelle. I think that's pretty clear.
Go either way.
Such a tall frame, too, for Bellamy. So what do you think the ideal height is for pickleball? Seriously, because it's not as much of an advantage to be tall as you would think.
Yeah, it's tougher to cover your body, and there's some pitfalls with it. I think right in between these two guys. I'm going to say about 6'2", 6'3".
All right.
Here's a ruling.
After review, the out call stands. Loss of challenge, loss of timeout. No timeouts remaining, 2 timeouts remaining. We'll proceed at side out 9-1.
It's kind of similar in tennis. There's plenty of 6'5" and 6'6" guys that are great, and 5'10",
Time
5'11"
in.
guys.
9-1.
But it seems to be 6 foot to 6'3" is really the happy place.
Point.
And you know, different sports, but a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
So I think it could possibly settle in there in pickleball
Match
as
point.
well.
Match point for Federico Staksrud.
10-1.
And he'll take it.
Point,
Federico
game match.
Staksrud continues to be the man to beat. 8 for 8. Federico Staksrud is 8 for 8 in men's singles championship Sunday appearances. Nobody is more consistent than this man right here as he joins us on the broadcast. Fed, officially 8 for 8. You're batting 1,000 when it comes to making it to championship Sunday. What is special about this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great season so far in singles. My game, it's been really on point. I have confidence, which is great. My body is treating me well. And yeah, I mean, Sunday is going to be a tough match against Connor. This is his home, you know. This is where he practices a lot, and for sure he's going to have the crowd with him, and it's going to be pretty fun. And yeah, we're going to have great points. It's going to be a fun match to watch for sure.
Well, Fed, you've been doing a lot of winning, and full disclosure, I am running out of questions to ask you. But your opponent in the semifinal matchup was a very tall gentleman with a lot of wingspan. Are you thinking anything differently against a tall opponent, and what strategies do you use?
Yeah, he was serving really well. His passing shots were pretty good. I watched a few matches that he had today. I mean, it's a great run for Roscoe. I mean, he's been working hard, and I'm happy to see him, you know, fighting for medals now. And I think he's gonna be in these finals matches more often for sure.